Hello and welcome to the 2020 primary election between Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders. These two candidates are the two top leading candidates for 2020, and they have not yet decided if they were to run or not. So I'm making my prediction on that. Before I get started, thank you for everyone who's subscribed this month. We hit our goal super early. It's only the 11th. I think, 20 more days in the month, and I think we could hit 32 by the end of the month. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do still for hitting 30 subscribers that early. I might have a poll or something out. I'll put it up. To get started, Joe Biden would easily carry his home state of Delaware and not home state of Delaware, but home state of Pennsylvania and his other home state of Delaware. And then Bernie Sanders would easily carry his home state of Vermont. Some good areas for Bernie Sanders to get is Washington, Oregon, Wyoming, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Idaho, Utah, New Hampshire. These are all super progressive social democrats that he appealed to in the 2016 primary election, and I think he would do even better with his name recognition. And then I think Joe Biden would sweep the South. Bernie Sanders didn't do good there at all in 2016. But I think that Joe Biden would easily sweep the Deep South. And then I think Bernie Sanders could easily hold on to the progressive states of Alaska and Hawaii. So I think that he would also carry the states of North Dakota and Montana, Bernie Sanders. Joe Biden leads by 28. I think that Joe Biden would also do very good in the state of Virginia and Maryland. These are all more corporate Democratic areas, not too progressive, and I think that Bernie Sanders wouldn't do too good in this kind of corner of the country. And I think Joe Biden would also carry Missouri and Iowa, with Iowa because he's currently very ahead in polls. And the reason I put Missouri is because when he ran with Barack Obama, and Barack Obama did very good in the state of Missouri, almost picking it up in 2008 and keeping it at a likely margin in 2012. But Trump in 2016 getting over 15%, putting it into the solid column. And I think that with Joe Biden's more appeal to those voters that voted for Barack Obama, I think he'd come out for him. I think that Bernie Sanders would also carry Indiana, very progressive, and Kentucky. Kentucky because it was so close, and I think with him more out there as name recognition, I think he could move it towards his column. And I think he would easily carry the state of Wisconsin and Minnesota. He has that super good appeal to the Midwestern voters, especially in Wisconsin. He would do very well there against Joe Biden. He really doesn't have a chance. And I think that he could actually pick up the state of Illinois, which he did not do. It was super, super close. I think it was actually the closest state in the 2016 Democratic primary. I think with his popularity increasing, I think he could edge Illinois onto his side, even though Barack Obama was from the state of was senator of Illinois. I think that Joe Biden would get some appeal from that, but I don't think it would push him over the line. Another state I think that Bernie Sanders would do very good in would be in the state of Maine. he really did well there, and I think he could do it again. Very progressive base there. He could appeal to, and then I think that Joe Biden would carry the state of Texas. Bernie Sanders didn't do too well there, and I don't think he would do well there again. Even though there was Beto O'Rourke, which is, I would say, progressive, similar level of progressiveness, but they're just two different types of candidates, and I think that Joe Biden would edge it out enough to put it into his column. I think South Dakota would also go to Joe Biden. It's not too progressive of a state in this. I would call it the center of the country. But I think he would carry Colorado, very progressive movement there, and just going more and more to the progressives and getting rid of those more corporate Democrats. And in the state of New Mexico, I think that Joe Biden would carry it because Bernie Sanders didn't do too well there, and these are, I would say, I don't know how I would say this, but I think they would have enough of those moderate to moderate liberal and also those corporate Democrats there to push it over the line for Joe Biden. But I think that Bernie Sanders would carry these three states here. Massachusetts, very progressive. Rhode Island and Connecticut, I think he could carry all three of these. This northeastern corner up here, I think, would be very big stronghold for Bernie Sanders, as well as what was I gonna say? Oh, I think the Nevada would go to. They're shifting from those moderate and liberal Democrats to more progressive Democrats. So I think the country's completely shifting in this area. This northern half to more progressive, and this southern half to more corporate Democrats. So I think that it's going to be very interesting if this were to play out. And if these two candidates decide to run, I think this is how it would come out: is Joe Biden versus Bernie Sanders. And I think the state of California could actually edge out for Bernie Sanders, putting him in the lead now. The reason I say this is California is going very, very progressive and away from those corporate Democrats after Hillary Clinton lost the election. It's been just shifting more and more. But in the state of Florida, I could see Joe Biden carrying it. The progressive Democrat, Andrew Gillum, lost his governor race, and he was expected to win very big there, but he lost by, I think, 40,000 votes. And Bernie Sanders didn't do good there also in 2016. So I think Joe Biden would do very well there. And in the state of New York, also corporate Democrat, say in Michigan, I think because of the auto bailout, I think that Joe Biden could win there. I could say Arizona's actually... Oh, I forgot D.C. That would definitely go to Joe Biden. Arizona's very interesting. It's going to be super close. Even electing Martha McSally, I could see this edging out to Joe Biden and making him the Democratic nominee for the 2020 election. And I think that he would carry the state of New Jersey. I don't know why I didn't mark that on there. And the state of Ohio is very interesting as well. Bernie Sanders didn't carry it, but I think he can narrow the margin. And I think that with Joe Biden, I think he could edge it out with the Barack Obama appeal. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And don't forget to hit the bell button to get notified when new videos come out. And bye.